Yeah, News 5's John Kostick joins us live to explain why this strike could have a big impact on GM, but not necessarily the country.
Yeah, it's estimated, Frank, that halting production cost GM anywhere from $50 to $100 million a day. The same strike, though, 20 years ago would have been almost incalculable. Workers at GM's Parma Metal Center have gone from processing 500 tons of steel a day to trying to process what the impact of this strike will be on them and their families. It is for them personal. But for Ohio, the strike's impact is minimal compared to past walkouts because GM's footprint in the state is a shadow of its former self. In 1995, General Motors literally drove the state's economy. It was by far the state's #1 employer with over 63,000 workers. Since then, they've seen a nearly 73% workforce reduction in the state, with figures released in May placing them all the way down to 72nd place among Ohio employers, with 4,600 workers. That's fewer by comparison to Case Western Reserve University, which came in at number 70. Still, every job, every worker has an impact, and that's especially true in Parma, where nearly a quarter of those remaining Ohio GM workers are employed.
As you know, cities rely on income tax to be able to function and provide the services they do. So having been a top employer, not having that income tax come in, that keeps me up at night, and we're watchful on that.
The UAW has had a reported 21 work stoppages at GM facilities since 1994. The last one impacting Parma was in 2007, and that only lasted 2 days. That's a time frame Parma's mayor would love to see this time.
We hope that there's continuing dialogue, that it doesn't last long on a strike, that they can strike a deal.
And those talks do continue, with Politico reporting this afternoon that sources have told them that the White House has gotten involved in the negotiations and was pushing for a deal that would involve the reopening of the Lordstown plant. Now, after that story was published, both GM and the White House denied any administration involvement in those negotiations. Live in the newsroom, John Kostick, News 5.